YouTube, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. For those of y'all that have been tuned in with me, I appreciate y'all. Welcome back to another episode. I just left my FFL, just picked up the newest cop, the newest edition. And yes, if y'all seen my last short, if y'all been watching, then y'all already know it's a Taurus. So nothing new about that. It's not the latest and the greatest, but they work. This particular gun that I'm gonna do the review on has a good rep. So yeah, for all y'all Taurus haters, I know y'all gonna have something to say in the comments, and that's cool with me. Got no issue with that. But yeah, without further ado, let's get right to the video. I'm gonna do this unboxing for y'all. Want to do it the right way, give y'all the in-depth review. So yeah, I'm gonna give y'all my first impressions on what I think about this gun, because it is my first revolver. I don't have any at the moment. So yeah, we're gonna get right to it, y'all. YouTube fam, what's going on? It's your boy back with another one. Just want to say I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button, drop a comment, subscribe, watch the video, all of that. It really does help the channel, man. So I appreciate y'all for tuning back in, for the ones that's returning. And for the newcomers, man, listen, welcome to the channel, man. Help yourself out. I got videos on pretty much anything you could think of. I'm a grown channel. So just like I told y'all, I was going to be bringing some new content and new guns, new everything. So with that being said, y'all can see the new heat right here. If y'all watched my short from today, earlier I posted I was going to be dropping something new. And yes, this is the newest cop. This is the newest addition to the family, the Taurus Judge. And yes, it's a revolver. And yes, it's something that I've wanted for a long time. Taurus Judge, I didn't know too much about it up until about maybe like 2 years ago. I found out about it, that it's a shotgun revolver, basically a pocket shotgun. A homie of mine actually had it. He actually bought one and actually was the one that put me on with the information about it. I had no idea this thing even existed. With that being said, I do have a little bit of knowledge on it. It does chamber 2 different rounds. So as y'all can see here, Judge 45 long coat 410 gauge, which is what we have right here. I got some ammo on the table. This is some of the ammo that I bought. Real quick before we do get into the video in depth, this is the box. I don't know if any of y'all gonna care too much about it, but just plain old Taurus box, nothing too crazy. And this is the stuff that came with it, the wrapper, got the usual manuals and stuff like that. Nothing that you guys are gonna care about reading anyway, but lifetime warranty, a sticker that comes on it. Came with a little thread, like a lock for like the sight, the front post. It was just like a little tie down on it. And then you also have some Allen keys here that this is actually to take off the grip if you want to change it out. And then this is actually a lock for the cylinder that goes, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's like a little attachment right there that you plug it in and you can lock the cylinder actually for like a safety. Because you guys already know revolvers don't really have any type of safeties other than the heavy trigger. But yeah, that's about everything that comes with it, man. I'm not gonna bore you guys with the box. Just wanted to show you what comes in it. I don't know if you guys would care. I mean, I'm sure there's other videos out there that have it, but this is mine. So yeah, back to the video. It's nice, man. I really like it. I mean, I just got it. I just picked it up today from my FFL, and so far I really like the way it feels. This is the polymer edition. So this is not the original Judge with the steel frame. This is the polymer frame, as you can see right there. It says the Public Defender Poly, and then you can see here you got the fiber optic sight, fiber optic sight. My bad. And also this is the 2.5 inch barrel. So yes, it does shoot the 410s and it does shoot the 45 long coat, just like the regular size, the original Taurus Judge. And it is double action and single action, so you got that heavy trigger pull, which is, and we are clear. You guys can clearly see, for all my cops out there, my YouTube police, yes, we are clear. We do practice safety around. We do take it very seriously. So yes, we are empty. So I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all real quick. Heavy trigger pull. I'm sure it'll probably break in over time, but this thing is super heavy, which I think is good for safety if you plan on carrying this thing. And then you have the single action, cock back on the hammer, and then there you go. Nice easy pull. Let's do that one more time. almost no break there once you pull the hammer back. So either way you like it, you could shoot it both ways. I've never even shot one, so I have no idea what to expect, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna kick, being as though it's a lot of power coming out this small barrel right here. I'm really excited for it. I'm going to get it out to the range as soon as I can. I just wanted to do an unboxing for y'all, first impressions, and I got, you know, a few hours with it just to kind of get the feel for it, hold it in my hand. This is the cylinder release right here. Just press that button down. It's very stiff. Once again, the gun's brand new, so don't expect for it to just slide open like that. Like, you see, you can't even get it. I mean, which I don't even recommend doing that. I know it looks cool, but I wouldn't recommend to do it that way, especially being as though it's new. So yeah, you just push it up, pop it out, and then there you go. 5-shot, boom. Load your ammo right in there, click it right back in, and there you go. I really do like it though, man. I mean, the color is nice. They had a few different colors. FDE, it was the stainless barrel. It was a combination of like FDE with stainless, FDE with black. I wanted to go with this matte finish because I kind of like the rugged look. Like I said, I always wanted a revolver, and I originally did want a stainless, but originally I always was in love with the 357. Before I got into guns, I know this is a little off topic, but it does have to do with, you know, my love for revolvers and how it grew. I've always loved them ever since, you know, old movies and stuff like that. But for some reason, I always thought the 357 Magnum was like the biggest Magnum cartridge you could get, and, you know, the biggest revolver cartridge you could get. And, you know, I was wrong, because this thing right here dwarfs it. I mean, as you can see, I don't know if the video would do any justice, but that's 45 long Colt right there. And you could just see how massive that is right there. Huge cartridge. So yeah, this is two different types of ammos that I got for it. This is HSM, and this is Ammo Inc. This one's I think it's 230 grain, and then this one's 200 grain. So as you can see, both of the tips have different finishes. I'm sure the kick on them is probably going to be about the same as far as the recoil goes. And yeah, so, oh, wrong one. And then over here we got the 410 gauge. This is slugs. This is the Hornady critical defense. I expect this to have a nice punch to it as well. So you can kind of see the difference for comparison. And yes, you can run both of these inside the chamber. So that's pretty cool. I like that. I always, for some reason, I'm attracted to firearms also that you could fire two different type of chambers, two different types of calibers through the chamber. Like for instance, you know, my AR is 5.56 223. I mean, it's very popular, probably one of the most popular calibers out there that you can get. So I'm very excited about this one. The one thing I will say, guys, if you're interested in getting one of these, I mean, whether you plan to carry, I don't really plan to carry it. I might get a holster and try it out at some point, but this is really just a fun range toy that I want to just take and just shoot and just put it to the torture test, run some rounds to it. You know, it's a go from the videos that I've seen and things like that. I mean, I've never seen any real issues with it, except for like certain ammo does lock up on the does lock the cylinder up. I did notice that on certain videos that I've seen, like certain reviews that I've seen on YouTube. But I believe it was because of the type of ammo they were running, like birdshot and stuff like that. So that's why I kind of stuck to just getting the slugs. And the pretty much the 45 long Colt, they said, never really gives an issue. It's more so some of the shells you run, like the birdshot and stuff, will lock the cylinder up. But yeah, I've seen it happen like 1 or 2 videos. But other than that, there's nothing else really bad about the gun, man. I mean, yeah, it's a Taurus, and I know a lot of people don't like Taurus, but I don't really have an issue. I mean, I think Taurus been on the come up for a while now. They got a lot of good guns. And this one being as though it's old, it has reputation. And that's one thing I do like about older guns. Yes, it's not the latest and greatest, but I do feel like as long as the gun has a good rep, I think that's good enough for you to know that you're going to get something that's worth it and it's not going to give you any issues. That's why I like guns that have been around for a while, because all the new stuff, it's good, yeah, but for me, it's just a lot of hype. So that's why I like to wait for the hype to die down before I go buying brand new guns, because a lot of times they have issues, you know, magazine issues, failure to feed, failure to eject, you know, a lot of things that's like, you know, these guns are expensive now. You know, this for me was a budget gun, a budget revolver, much cheaper than like a Smith & Wesson or something like that. I got this for a little under 400 bucks. So For me, something that shoots these type of strong calibers for under 400 bucks, you can't beat it. You know, you got the fiber optic sight right there, the fiber optic sight. Excuse me, I keep messing up on that. You know, the back sights aren't the best, but that fiber optic is gonna be really good for, you know, aiming, you know, getting close up, you know, on the targets and things like that, and, you know, follow-up shots. I think the accuracy would be good just because of that fiber optic, because a lot of revolvers do have this sight. I've shot the 44 Magnum Smith & Wesson 629, and it also had the same fiber optic sight, and it was very accurate. Although the barrel was longer, but I don't expect much difference from this one, because all the videos I've seen on it seems to be a pretty accurate shooter once you get used to the recoil and getting on target with it. And also the heavy trigger pull, like I said. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing being as old as a revolver, so I think that's good. But yeah, another thing I'm gonna add, the ammo is very expensive. This was about $25 for 20, and that was actually a good deal because I've seen them all the way up to 40 bucks just for 20 shells. Being as though Hornady is a reputable brand, but still for 20 rounds, that's pretty steep. And this 45 long coat doesn't fall far behind. I mean, I've seen prices as high as $75 a box for ammo. So yeah, if you guys are thinking about getting the Taurus, do keep in mind that the ammo is very expensive and hard to come by. 45 long coat, not so much. 410 gauge, definitely. I mean, I've looked everywhere and it's very hard to find some. So if you do happen to get your hands on some, I recommend, you know, either online somewhere or local gun store or even a gun show. You probably have a bigger chance of going to a gun show and finding some ammo, but 410 gauge is scarce. Don't let anyone steer you wrong, because I'm telling you firsthand, I looked everywhere. I actually found another box of Hornady Critical Defense, but it was a different type of slug, but I ended up getting a box of it anyway because I got a pretty good deal on it. So that's actually on the way. So right there and then, that's what, 4 boxes of ammo. I think it's pretty good just to put it to the test. I mean, I don't plan on shooting the entire box out of any of these. You know, I'm just gonna run a couple of rounds through from each box just to see the difference in kick and recoil accuracy and things like that. This ammo is expensive, guys. I'm being real with you. I mean, I'm not gonna go and mag dump every single, you know, shell that I have here. You know, just a couple rounds from each box would be good enough for me just to test it until I obviously, you know, can get more ammo. Like I told you guys, I'm always on the prowl for ammo and I try to look for good deals. But to be honest, with the bigger calibers that are like rare, it's pretty hard to find and pretty hard to price gouge on it. I mean, you can try, but you're not gonna find any ammo that's too cheap, especially 410 gauge is very expensive. So just letting you guys know, if you do think about getting this gun, that could be a con for you. For me, not so much, because I spaced out. I didn't buy all of this at once. I found these on different spots and things like that. I shopped around, so it just took a little bit of time. The one thing that I'm really not feeling so far about it, the only thing I could probably really say, beautiful finish, I love it, but the grip has got to go. And I've seen videos on it before I even bought this thing, so I knew that was going to be something that I was going to change out. As you can see here, my hands are fairly big. I mean, I don't got the biggest hands, but I don't have small hands at all. As you can see, my fingers are pretty long. So if you have probably bigger than average size hands, you're not going to really like the fact that your pinky hangs off right there, like you see. So that also could be a con, because you see what you're shooting out of this thing. You're probably going to get some major recoil from it depending, and you want to make sure you have full grip on it, and I really don't like that. So I do have a new grip on the way, and I'm going to be doing a video on that as well. It's a pretty reputable company. I forgot the name of it, but I'm sure you'll see it, because pretty much everyone that changes out the Taurus Judge grip gets that same exact grip. So I'm going to do a separate video on that just from my perspective and let you guys know what I think. But from what I've seen on it, I know I'm going to like it just for the fact that it has the extender on it. So you'll be able to get a better purchase on the gun, because right now I'm not digging this at all. And to be honest, I probably won't even try and shoot it with this grip. This grip is probably going to be, not probably, it's definitely leaving, because I already ordered the new grip. So it'll be here any day now. And once it gets in, I'm swapping this thing out. So this will probably be just something that I'll just throw around somewhere in the back burner and just kind of keep for a spare, God forbid anything happens to the other grip. But yeah, that's the only thing I can say. You know, can't really expect to get a full grip on it if you got like larger hands. You're definitely not gonna be able to get a good purchase on it. As you can see there, my pinky's definitely hanging off. So yeah, that's like the only thing I could say as far as like the appearance of it. You know, everything else is beautiful. I love the sight. The rear sights, they're not like the highest, but I mean, I think you'll get used to it. I mean, it's not the worst I've seen. Trigger pulls to be expected. You know, the heavy trigger pull, especially on double action, is to be expected from a revolver. If you shot a revolver, then you know that's what you got the single action for. So, you know, that light trigger pull, if that's what you want, you just gotta, you know, hit the hammer back and then you're good to go. So that's pretty much that. Like I said, guys, I mean, I just got the gun today. So far I like it. It's just, it feels good in the hand. It's real, even though it's polymer, still has a nice little weight to it. It's not too heavy. Like, you could definitely carry this thing if you wanted to. I've seen all the videos out there, and you know, people actually saying that, you know, this gun is good for nothing, and it's actually only good if you're gonna shoot, you know, animals or like hunt snakes and things like that. I gotta be honest, man, you know, I don't agree with a lot of these videos out here. I mean, I do appreciate the reviews that these guys give out, because that's where I get my information most of the time and things like that. But sometimes you got to try things for yourself. And one thing I could say is a gun is better than no gun. So for people saying that, you know, doing reviews saying that this gun is as good as nothing, or it's only good for, you know, hunting animals or like small snakes or rodents and things like that, I disagree. Because if you get the right ammo for this thing, I think this could be a really deadly weapon, you know. And at the end of the day, I think any weapon is deadly. Anything that shoots a bullet, you know, a cartridge, even a 22 is deadly. You know, at a close range, I mean, you could still get, you know, injured or even worse with it, you know. So at the end of the day, I don't agree with a lot of those things. I mean, to each his own. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion. But one thing about me, you're never going to hear me say that, you know, something like this is good for nothing. Because, I mean, yeah, you can hunt with it. I mean, you could use it for pretty much anything you want. Like I told you, this is just going to be a good range toy, a fun range toy to mess around and just kind of get that, you know, that good recoil that's going to come out of it. I'm looking forward to that. But I would trust this more than my bare hands. You know, if it came down to it and I had nothing to carry, I'm definitely carrying this thing, because I know at the end of the day it's going to shoot if I needed to. And it's going to do some damage. Like I said, you get the right ammo for it. Like I said, you know, you got slugs, 45 long coat, you know, 230 grain, you know, they got, I've seen 300 grain and up, you know. So I think with the right ammo, you could definitely, you know, this thing will pack a punch. I mean, I don't doubt it at all. But I mean, other than that, like I said, my personal opinion, first impressions, I like it. I really can't wait to get this thing to the range. So that's what I'm going to do for you guys. That'll be the next video. Me taking it down to the range and having some fun with this thing, and, you know, showing you guys what this thing could do, because I don't see too many recent videos on it. I guess being as though it's an old gun and nobody probably wants it. But listen, it was a time where you couldn't find anything in the store during COVID. So at the end of the day, these things were selling out. You couldn't find anything on the shelf. So the way I look at it, you know, it's better to have this than nothing, you know. And for, you know, sub $400 gun that's a revolver and that shoots this type of calibers, you know, I don't think that you can go wrong with this thing at all. So I'm going to go with my gut instinct and just say that I know this is going to be a great gun to shoot. Based on, like I said, the videos I've seen, and I actually have a friend that owns one and he loves it. I believe he has it till this day, and, you know, he says it's a lot of fun to shoot. So I expect nothing different coming from me, because I do like a little bit of recoil. I mean, I love my 9s and my 22s, but when you want to just go and have some fun and let off some, you know, some strong big bore calibers, you know, this will be something to do that with, you know, being as though you also have the 2.5-inch barrel. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's all I have for you now. If there's any other questions you have about the gun that I might have missed out on, you already know, leave a comment and I'll get back to you guys as soon as I can. Be sure to like the video if you view it, man. I mean, subscribe. Anything helps the channel, you know, even a simple view, a simple like, you know, all of it helps. So I do appreciate it. Like I said, I'm going to get back to you guys once I get to the range and get this thing going, send some down, and, you know, that'll be it. But yeah, like I said, guys, I'm going to end this one here, and I'll be coming back to you soon with some more content. And, you guys just have a good one, man. All right, I'll talk to y'all soon. I'm out.